Because can we not throw in the Purple Rain jokes anymore? The defense, again, in Tampa, maybe sleeping a little bit. You got to watch the Twins will take the extra base. Don't take for granted in the outfield and even in the infield. Play good defense. The little things. Do the little things. This Twins team's a very hot team. You got to put some pressure on their defense. And also, I think Rodon, the Yankees are going to play 13 straight games here. And Rodon's been excellent the last 3 starts, going deep into the game, 6+ innings. You like to see that again tonight.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup put together by Aaron Boone. It's brought to you by TikTok. Volpe has been hot. He leads off, plays shortstop. Juan Soto had a rough series in St. Pete, but he's going to bat second, play right field. Batting third is the captain, the center fielder, Aaron Judge. Alex Verdugo, 0 for his last 16, plays left field and cleans up. Stanton, the DH, Rizzo at first. Bottom third of the order, Torres, Wells, and Oswaldo Cabrera. And they are going to face Twins right-hander Chris Paddock. This will be his 8th start. 4-1 with a 4.34 ERA, about a strikeout per inning. So let's check out the Nissan pitchers scouting report.
Lefties are hitting Paddock a lot better, 346 compared to 266 from the right side. His last 2 an 0.79. You can go back further. His last 4 a 1.93 ERA, and he loves Target Field. He's got a 1.17 ERA in 4 games started.
Let's check out the defense behind him, presented by a defender. Martin is in left, Castro in center, Margot is over in right infield, Miranda, Correa, Farmer, and Santana. That's third to first. This defense only has 14 errors. Only Atlanta has fewer with 12. Christian Vasquez behind the plate. Red hot Ryan Jeffers is the DH, and Chris Paddock is on the mound. Home plate umpire for this game is Mike Malinsky, and let's take a look at the scouting report. He is considered hitter-friendly, calling fewer inside strikes. He's in his 19th Major League season. Jansen Visconti is at first, Paul Clemens at second, and the crew chief Andy Fletcher is over third. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 70 degrees, that's what it feels like. Humidity 35%. The wind is coming in from left field here at beautiful Target Field. Yankees 27-15, the Twins 24-16. Paddock's ready, Volpe is ready, and let's do it. Here at Target Field, first pitch is a strike. We're underway. Anthony has a 6-game hitting streak. He's 9 for 27 during the streak. That's a good .333. 0-2.
Yeah, Paddock, I mentioned a 1.17 at home. He's got almost a 10 ERA on the road. That's some drastic splits there between road and home.
The 0-2. Still 0-2. Not a cloud in the sky. Early evening here in Minneapolis.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Really is.
I know it's outdoors. In April and September could be an issue, but it's a beautiful stadium. It's a little bit better than the Metrodome.
See, I like the Metrodome.
I didn't mind because it was the same weather.
Right.
And it got really loud in there.
It really did. Paddock deals. I was lucky enough as a writer to cover the 87 and the 91 World Series, and you would actually feel nauseous when you left. It was so loud there because there was no place for the sound to go.
Right.
Ping pong back and forth.
And from the locker room to the dugout was about 2 miles, straight downhill.
A lot of steps. 1-2. Fouled away, still 1-2.
That was back when they had the plexiglass in left field with a left field wall, and then they got rid of that plexiglass. So you covered it when Jack Morris went 10?
Yeah, one of the great games. He would have gone 20.
That was like, well, I think it was game 7, right?
Yeah. He wasn't coming out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes, 1 away.
Well, fastball upstairs. Paddock's fastball now 93 to 94. This is a 94-mile-an-hour heater. You see Volpe just swinging underneath it.
There's Juan Soto, 1 for 12 in the 3 games in St. Pete, but the Yankees took 2 of the 3.
Paddock's got the blue glove, matches his blue sneakers. Got the Andy Pettitte look, where the glove's over his nose, just looking through with his eyes only, hiding his face.
How about this, Jeff? I mean, how many people do you see wear stirrups anymore? He's got stirrups on.
The old school, right?
Yeah.
You usually got the colored socks. You have sanitary socks underneath those stirrups. I didn't even know they made those anymore.
Fly ball center field. Castro is going to let it drop in front of him. He went back. Now Soto's going for 2, and he's going to make it. That'll probably be a single in error because he dropped the ball as he was fielding it. Heads up running by Soto, but he's at second base with 1 out.
Well, with Castro in the sun, you see he starts in the sun. He goes back. He's not sure that this ball is hit over his head. It just hits off the end and just plays it nonchalantly. And a great read by Soto. He sees that Castro's not really hustling after the ball. A little disappointed that he had a bad jump. Probably thought he should have caught it. He gets in there.
There's Judge, pitch outside. So all we see on the board is a hit for the Yankees. Don't see an error for the Twins, so it's a straight double.
We'll see how it hits right off the end of that bat, and it fools an outfielder, especially when Castro's in the sun and he has to go to shade. He's thinking this ball got hit a lot harder and misplayed it.
That one is drilled to left field. That ball is going to be caught by Martin as Soto will go back to second. Judge hit that one right on the screws.
It's a tough outfield here early in the ball game with the shadows and then into the sun, and even Martin, the left fielder, got a little iffy jump on that line drive. There you see the shadows and then the sun. You see Castro's in the sun in center field.
A lot of reading being done as they try to set themselves defensively. Here is Alex Verdugo. Paddock deals and a strike.
Well, the way to play Soto, I guess Castro had it in French and really didn't know which way to go.
Oh.
That's as good as your purple rain.
I don't know. My purple rain was pretty good.
It was.
0-2. Hey, the double by Soto. Yankees, their offense has been clicking, but they don't have a lot of doubles. You know, the second fewest in baseball. Only the Mariners have fewer, and the Twins have 84 doubles. That's the most in baseball. And with that double by Soto, that's 54 for the Yanks. One and two. Joking around with Carlos Correa. Correa shades up the middle for the lefty swinging Verdugo. Was missed outside. 2-2. Soto leads off second, just underway here in Minnesota. Paddock deals. Just missing the outside corner. 3-2. Verdugo makes a pitcher work. He will take pitches. Not afraid to go to 2 strikes because he doesn't swing and miss all that often. In a little bit of a slump, 0 for his last 16. Soto dancing, so Paddock stepped off.
Well, Paddock's thrown Verdugo a couple changeups in a row, and that's one of Paddock's best pitches. Real good fastball, 93, 94, but that changeup, that's what he gets a lot of strikeouts on.
And he loses Verdugo. So Verdugo works a walk, and that'll bring up Stanton with first and second, 2 outs. Giancarlo has done well in these situations. 9 for 29 with runners in scoring position. That's 310. 230 overall. And a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So 2 straight 93-mile-an-hour fastballs to Stanton. 21 pitches for Paddock so far. Popped up. Correa puts it away, and Paddock works into and out of trouble. The Yankees strand 2. Rodon is in left field batting 9th. So they're going to face Carlos Rodon, making his 9th start. 3-2, 3.56. A strikeout per inning with 14 walks and 7 home runs. Let's check out the Nissan pitchers scatter report.
Well, familiar is very familiar from his White Sox days with the Twins. 12 games, 11 of those starting, 6-3 with a 4.62 ERA in the park. The home run bug on the road's got him. 6 home runs on the road, 5 in his last 3, and command the heater. He's got a good 4-seam fastball that he likes to throw upstairs. You change the eye level, get ahead with that fastball. Command both sides of the plate.
Check out the Yankee defense presented by Defender. Verdugo on left, Judge in center, and Soto over in right. Infield, Cabrera, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo third to first. Wells behind the plate. Stanton, the DH. Rodon is on the mound. So here's Ryan Jeffers having a good year. 9 home runs, 30 ribbies. And there's a strike. Drilled deep to left field. See ya. 1-0 Twins.
Tenth home run for Jeffers. What a year he's having so far. That was the 7th home run off of Rodon on the road this year. The 2nd pitch that Jeffers saw.
So a rude awakening. Bottom of the 1st inning. Here's Carlos Correa. And a strike. Justin Shackle told you that they started off slowly, 7-13. But boy, they've turned it around. They're on a 17-3 run. And in the middle of that 17-3, they had a 12-game winning streak. Base hit, a rocket through the left side.
Here's a home run that Jeffers hit, number 10 on the year. Just an 0-1 fastball, 4-seamer right down the middle. You see where Wells wanted it. He wanted it on that outside corner. Just center cut. Out over the 377 mark.
There's Willie Castro. Missed outside, 1-0. Castro, a switch hitter, versatile defender. Two 2-0.
Well, Correa over first. He's not having stolen base or even an attempt this year. The first couple hitters, Rodon just not been able to locate his pitches, but you can't worry about the runner. You have to worry about the hitter. Getting a little quick in the stretch.
See if they green light Castro. He takes a strike, 3-1.
Castro, a much better hitter from the right side, almost 500 on the right side.
Three and two. Twins are on this hot streak, and they don't have Byron Buxton and Royce Lewis, two of the most important players. Buxton out with right knee inflammation. Royce Lewis, a severe right quad strain. He suffered on opening day. Former #1 draft pick. He can play. He had a great postseason last year, but he has been unable to stay healthy. And that's the problem with Buxton as well. 3-2. Check swing. Did he go?
I think that might have tipped off his bat.
Yes, it did, and it went into the glove of Wells, so that's a strikeout.
See, he tries to check his swing, but I think it just went right off the end of his bat into Wells's glove.
So a strikeout of Castro, and that brings up Miranda. Third big league season for Miranda. Had a lost season last year, had a right shoulder injury that bothered him all year. Ended up needing surgery, but he has bounced back, and the team's regular third baseman. Foul back here, and under our boot. One nothing Twins on the Jeffers home run to start off the bottom of the first. Grounded foul.
Rodon wanted that pitch down to the back leg of Miranda. That slider was just up a little bit.
One and two. Margot is on deck. High fly ball left field. Verdugo puts it away. Now, Margot has always been Manuel Margot while he's with Tampa Bay, but the Twins now announce him as Manny Margot. On the lineup sheet, it's Manny Margot, so Manny it is. Much less formal.
Switch teams, you get a little less formal. Manuel with Manny.
He went from the Rays to the Dodgers in December. Then he went from the Dodgers to the Twins in February.
Even though the scoreboard says Manuel.
Yes, it does. And he owns a pet horse named Pancote. Never had a pet horse, did you, Jeff?
I had horses. They never lived in my house. They
Right.
lived in a barn. But yes, I had horses.
When you were young?
Well, when I was young, and also when I was older, and in Seattle, I had horses out there.
Wow.
Yes. I grew up around horses. In Maryland, my grandfather had a big farm. He was a horse trainer.
I'm glad you didn't choke on that silver spoon.
No.
That was punched to right field. It's a base hit. Correa goes to second. Margot with a single. Third hit of the inning.
There's nothing silver about horses or owning horses. Not race horses, riding horses. You ever rode a horse?
When I was young, I think I did once.
Not the ones you put quarters in.
No, I did that a lot.
Okay.
As recently as a week ago. Here is Santana. Veteran, 38 years old, 15th big league season. One and 0. Signed a 1-year, $5.25 million deal with the Twins in February. Now, how about this, Jeff? He's wearing number 30. And his whole career, he wore 41. Now, Joe Ryan wears 41. Offered it to Santana for free, but because of the late change, Major League Baseball would have charged $225,000, and Santana didn't want to pay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They charge that amount of money just to change numbers?
Yeah, because that means that they would have had all the jerseys out
Oh, okay.
for Joe Ryan with that number, and they'd have to buy back all the jerseys, or he would. No number's worth that kind of cash.
No, not at all. I forgot that every player has their jerseys in the team store.
Two. Swing and a miss. Nice slider by Rodon. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 men left. We go to the second. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet wins. One nothing Twins on the Jeffers home run. We go to the second inning. Rizzo, Torres, and Wells. And a strike. They've changed the Soto double to a single and an E8, which is obviously the proper call, but now you take a double away from Soto.
Yeah, he didn't start running to second until he saw Castro dropping the ball.
Punched out left side, a base hit. Nice hitting by Rizzo. He picks up a leadoff single here in the second.
Yeah, real nice hit. This is a changeup that Paddock throws. He just punches it right in the shortstop hole. Carrera was playing him more to pull close to second base. Nice job of staying with that pitch, not trying to pull it to the right side, just shooting it into left field.
Pitch outside to Torres. Torres 3 for his last 23, but boy, Jeff, he needed that home run on Sunday.
Oh, didn't he? Did he ever? I mean, that was huge for him. Big 3-run homer in the 8th inning.
And the Yankees needed it too.
Yeah, they climbed right back in the game.
Base hit off the lunging try of Farmer, just off his glove. So a single for Torres, first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, the Rays made it a 6-5 game until Torres' 3-run homer. You see Paddock try to go with that fastball, and he just smokes it up the middle, just out of the reach of Farmer, the second baseman.
There's Austin Wells, 3 for his last 10. He has 10 hits in his last 10 games. This guy the other way out of play. Yankee catchers have been red hot. Last 18 games, 338, 4 homers and 13 runs scored.
Trevino had 2 of them on Sunday. One in that 8th inning with Torres' 3-run homer. Now Paddock's fastball 93, 94. Had that slider, that curveball he just threw there, changeup. Fastball changeup is his mix.
That one is looped into center field. It's a base hit. Castro fields. Rizzo is held at third. 3 singles to open the inning, and the bases are loaded.
Well, so far everything from Paddock has been up. This is that curveball. You find that pitch is supposed to be down and in, and that stayed up. Nice job by Wells. He pulled his hands in. He saw it well, and he just punches it into center field for a base hit. There you see him pull those hands in. Muscles it into center.
Here's Cabrera. Twins play back for the double play. 14 of his 31 hits have driven in a run. He's a .293 hitter with runners in scoring position, 12 for 41. $19 ribbies, and most of it from the bottom of the order.
Yeah, even on Sunday, the bottom of the order did an outstanding job. 3 home runs from Trevino, and then Jahmai Jones got his first big league home run on Sunday. You have such great power in the top of this Yankee lineup, and you just want the bottom half to follow suit, and they have. Makes it really tough when you're getting production from the 7, 8, 9 hitters for an opposing pitcher. There's no breathing room.
Looks like they're having trouble with pitch count.
I think it's Correa over there at shortstop. He can't hear what's going on. He's going to switch his out.
Now leads me to this question that I was waiting to ask you. So you've got Paddock doing the Andy Pettitte, staring in. Catcher isn't giving signs.
No,
complete
it's just
eye
the look.
wash.
It is complete eye wash. It's just the look. You know, I think even back when Andy was pitching, I don't even know if you could use that color glove. Remember, you couldn't use white spikes. It had to be a dark spike. Had to be a darker glove.
I mean, it looks like his eyes are behind the glove too. I mean, there's no way.
Well, you don't even need to look anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to look. That one is smacked into center field. Castro there. Tagging is Rizzo. He's coming home. The throw cut off. Moving to third is Torres. It's a sac fly for Cabrera. We have a tie game, 1-1.
That was the wrong place to throw it if you're Castro. There's no way you were going to get Rizzo at home, and he was going back on his heels. Watch this fly ball by Cabrera. Castro goes back on his heels. He couldn't even get a running start to throw Rizzo out at home. His place was to go to third. The cutoff men were lined up for a throw to third, and he goes home.
So first and third. And the Twins bring the infield in. Volpe at the plate. Fly ball into left center field. That ball is going to be in there and knocked down by Martin. 1 run scores. Wells is going to third. Volpe is at second, and the Yankees have a 2-1 lead.
That was an outstanding read by Austin Wells. This is a breaking ball again up. It fooled Volpe, but he stayed back enough, and it's a little fly ball that just gets in front of Martin. Watch Wells. He goes all the way to second. This is such a great read. Once it drops, he's immediately going to third. And then Volpe gets in there to second.
They give Volpe a double. He now has a 7-game hitting streak. Twins bring the infield all the way in for Soto. And a strike. Soto with a single in the first inning. Wells at third. Volpe is at second. Yankees have a 2-1 lead. Almost a pitch clock violation there. He started the motion with 1 second on the clock. Tied him up. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Soto down on strikes.
Now the home plate umpire Malinsky. I think you have to go down to third and ask, especially for a third strike.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah, he absolutely went.
Here's Judge. Ripped into left field. Martin comes on to make the play, and that'll do it. Yankees take the lead. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Now let's check out tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. The Martian began his rehab assignment with Single-A Tampa. Tommy Kahnle transferred his rehab from Tampa to Somerset, A to AA. And Yorby Vivas began his rehab assignment with Single-A Tampa. And Justin, you have a quick update on Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, Michael, Jason's first at bat, first pitch he saw, he singled. He was facing Domingo Germán. He was pitching for the Pirates' low A team, Bradenton.
One and one on Farmer. Fly ball shallow right, coming on Soto. You know, so many people are wondering, well, what are the Yankees going to do when Dominguez is ready? Well, if things are going well, Dominguez will end up going down to the minors.
Right.
There's no urgency to bring him up. I mean, the future will dictate that he's going to be a big part of it. But this year, your outfield is set.
Right, and you have Grisham off the bench. You're definitely not going to put Dominguez or bring Dominguez off the bench. And plus, I think Dominguez has options anyway.
Yep, exactly. And that's not what he wants to hear because he burst upon the scene last year. I get it. And looked like he was a really solid big league player. But if there's no room at the end, there's no room at the end. And you're not going to force it. And as you said, you don't want him sitting on the bench. You want him getting regular at bats.
Well, the Yankees will have 30 days now that he started his rehab.
And also, Jeff, you've been in the game a long time. Whenever you worry about making these decisions, the decision gets made for you. Right. Somebody gets hurt.
And you hope that's not the case either. I mean, you would love to have this outfield stay for a while, and you know, Soto, Judge, and Verdugo in left. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but at least you have a really good backup in case that happens in Dominguez.
And with Stanton producing as a DH, that would be the other option. But Stanton's doing his job.
Right.
So it's not like you could move Judge or Soto the DH and then have Dominguez in the outfield. It just doesn't fit at this point. 1-2. Fly ball shallow center. Torres is called off by Soto. Soto makes the play.
And that's what you have Grisham for. I mean, then all of a sudden you're taking another young player like a Cabrera Wells, making Dominguez a part-time player. If, say, someone gets, if you had a situation at Stanton, something happened with him, you alternate the DH and use that as basically an off day. And you wouldn't want Dominguez part of that, I would imagine.
Here's Martin. 1-0.
A lot better this inning with Rodon. A lot more deliberate over the mound, staying back, driving the ball down in the zone. A lot better rhythm.
(2-0). Carlos had 26 pitches in the first. This will be his 11th of the second. 2-1. Ripped to left field and deep. That ball is off the base of the wall. Martin will hustle into second with a 2-out double.
Rodon wanted to go away with that fastball. There you see it just caught in the inside half. And Martin was able to pull his hands in and just hit it over the head of Verdugo for a 2-out double. This is where you need that shutdown inning if you're the Yankees and Rodon.
There's Jeffers. Home run in the first gives him a 9-game extra base streak. He splits time behind the plate with Christian Vasquez, but since he's such a good offensive player, when Vasquez catches, they DH Jeffers.
Well, that was an outstanding changeup right there. I always thought that that could be a real big pitch for Rodon. Everything's hard. Fastball, slider, hard in on righties.
And another change gets Jeffers. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We've played 2. It's 2-1 Yanks. Well, tomorrow, watch the Yankees take on the Twins on Prime in the second game of the series. Don't miss a minute of Yankees coverage beginning at 7, only on Prime. Change up grip, circle change, use it effectively to get the final out.
I always feel that that's a really good pitch for guys that have everything that just goes one way. And Rodon's a pitcher that's slider in on righties, a 4-seam fastball, really nothing to go down and away or down and into lefties, down and away to righties. And that was 2 really good changeups he threw to Jeffers there to get him on strikes.
Verdugo hits one into center. Coming on is Castro. 1 down. Here's Stanton, popped up to short in the first inning with runners on first and second and 2 outs. There's a change, 0-1. Started him off with 2 fastballs in his first at bat, then goes to the change here. 1-1. 1-2.
So far in these first two at bats with Stanton, everything has been away, away, away. And the fastball's at 93, but it plays upstairs.
Did he go? No, he did not. So Paddock was out from May 2022 until September of 2024 because of his second career Tommy John surgery. He also had it in 2017 in the minors. Drilled into left center field. That ball is gone. A home run for Stanton. A bullet into the bullpen. 3-1 Yanks.
Well, another really good AB. This looks like a changeup, and it was the sixth pitch in that at bat. You make him get that changeup up, and that's exactly what Stanton did there. Got the arms extended. That was crushed on a line.
Oh, 0-1 on Rizzo. Now 0-2.
There's that changeup, and that just stayed up. He wanted it away. It didn't get away. It was out over the middle and up.
Nine home run for Stanton, 21 ribbies.
Because it's on the line, he's got to run.
Stanton has the fastest bat speed in baseball. A couple of days ago, baseball came out with all these new statistics. They've been so ahead of the curve with pitching, and now they have these statistics with hitting, and his bat speed has not slowed a bit. See, the average when your bat speed is 80 or more miles per hour is 321. Then it drops to 274, and then low 200s as Rizzo down on strikes. But there are some hitters with low bat speed that actually do well. Verdugo doesn't have great bat speed.
Also, Luis Ariz has won 2 batting titles in the American League and the National League last year. It doesn't even come close to that bat speed. That graphic right there, you know, I like how they track everything, but when you're talking, if you're getting 0-2, 1-2, who cares about the 80-mile-an-hour bat speed? You want to shorten up your swing and put the bat on the ball. If you're swinging at 80 miles an hour, you're sitting on the bench if you're going to miss a pitch, and that average is probably in hitters' counts.
Another base hit for Gleyber Torres. He's 2 for 2.
When you're seeing the well over 300 with an 80-mile-an-hour bat speed, that's probably in hitters' counts. Well, another fastball up, and it's really nice to see Gleyber have a good day after that big 3-run homer on Sunday in the 8th inning. 2 hits in his first couple at bats.
There's Austin Wells, single to center in the second.
What they need to do is come out with counts. Say, okay, hey, on these counts, there's a certain amount of this is what the bat speed is, and these counts, pitchers counts. When you're behind in the count, you don't want to see that 80-mile-an-hour bat speed.
Lofted to center field. Castro puts it away, and that'll do it. But the Yankees had a run. They had it in a loud way. Giancarlo Stanton takes a changeup and changes the direction. Into the bullpen. 3-1 Yankees. Strike Pride brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is of Oliver, Charlie, Frankie, Sam, and Henry. They got together to celebrate Sam's birthday with some ice cream and Yankees baseball. Love it. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Here is Correa. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Correa got off to a great start this year, hitting over 300 with an OPS near 900. But then in mid-April, he suffered a right intercostal strain and missed 16 games. Two and two.
Rodon's thrown one really good changeup to Correa. This is an off-speed count. I wonder if he goes back with that changeup down and away.
Got him with the fastball. Painted the inside corner. Correa down looking.
Really good pitch, and he throws the four-seamer inside. You can move that fastball in and out like that. You're going to have a lot of success tonight. And he's had a really good changeup. He struck out Jeffers with it. Threw a real nice one to Correa early in the count.
Here's Willie Castro. Struck out in the first. 0-1. Castro was non-tendered by the Tigers after 2022. Signed a minor league deal with the Twins. Made this team out of spring training. He's been a do-everything guy. Correa was hurt. Castro played short. Buxton hurt. Moved into center field. He's played every position except catcher and first base. There's a base hit. Soto will field and get it in, and Castro with a one-out single.
All right, tried to go with a changeup away, and you see where that is. It's just up in the zone. You want it away, but you want it down, and that pitch he just got underneath instead of getting on top. You get on top of the changeup, that's when you get that break down and away to a righty. When it stays up, it's more like a BP fastball.
Here's Miranda. One and 0. One.
Castro has 5 stolen bases on the year. Has been caught 4 times. The Twins are really not a running team.
One and 2. Fouled away. Rocco Baldelli, manager of the Twins. Scoop to left field, and that one's foul. Jose Miranda is the cousin of Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame and many other great shows.
You see Hamilton?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see In the Heights when he did the In the Heights?
I did not see In the Heights. How was that?
It was very good.
You're a big Broadway guy, right?
I am. That's how I got to meet Lin-Manuel Miranda. One of my good friends runs the Neil Simon Theater, and I was always put on their softball team, Broadway softball team. It's every Thursday. And every once in a while, if I was in New York, I'd go out and play. And we played In the Heights, and that's when Lin-Manuel Miranda was there. Chris Jackson was on the team.
Came to the stadium a couple of years ago to watch his cousin play. I mean, wouldn't you fall on the heading of ringer in the softball game?
Yeah, why? Yes, that's why I was at it. I played short.
Now, did you Laredo it over to first base, or
if they tried taking me out, I would. If it was a double play and I had to hit the bag, I made sure those guys got down. I didn't care who they were. I didn't care if they had a show that night.
That's what happened in Rochelle, that famous scene in Seinfeld. That's why Bette Midler got hurt. Swing and a miss. The throw to second, not in time. Kept the tag on, but the second base umpire, Paul Clemens, said did not overslide. So the strikeout of Miranda was the 5th Yankee strikeout, brought to you by Audi and the 2024 Audi Q5. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
That was a good battle between Rodon and Miranda. He got him with that changeup. Look at this changeup down and away. See that sink down and away? That's where he wanted that pitch on Castro.
0-1 on Margot. Oh, and 2. About to throw a 60th pitch. The 0-2. Check to swing, 1 and 2.
Well, so far here in the first 3 innings, Rodon's had a hard time with that slider. A lot of them down in the dirt, which is fine, but he's not throwing it for a strike. Seems like he's had a good feel, the changeup and also the 4-seamer.
Right back to Rodon. He gets Margot, and that will do it. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 3 in Minneapolis. 3-1 Yankees. The New York Yankees Foundation's 50-50 raffle is now open. During every home game at Yankee Stadium, one lucky fan wins half the pot, and the other half is donated to the New York Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at Yankees.com/5050. Cadillac scoreboard. It's 3-1 Yankees. Have 7 hits. Twins 5. Top of the 4th inning. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Yankees order against Chris Paddock. Oh, 0-1. Looped into center field, backing up is Correa to make the play. MLB is partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. Free 24/7 confidential support in English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741. Pitch to Volpe is low. Anthony heating up again. 1 for 2 today. He's 10 for his last 27. That's a 7-game hitting streak after his double in the 2nd inning. Fly ball, right field. Margot puts it away. 2 down. Here's Juan Soto, 1 for 2. And a strike. Yankees with 10 runs Sunday. 4th time in the last 15 games they've done that.
Now you wonder with this at-bat with Soto, you look at his first couple at-bats, a lot of fastballs early from Paddock, and then he went breaking ball. This at-bat, he's been soft early so far. Let's see if Soto sits on a fastball.
Got a curve, 2-2. Fastball misses high, 3-2. And he works a walk. So a 2-out walk of Soto. That'll bring up Judge.
That was a good at bat from Soto. Pitched him backwards. A lot of soft stuff early. Tried to throw that 4-seamer up top. Just couldn't execute that pitch, those pitches to Soto.
Slow roller, third base. Trying to barehand his Miranda. He can't do it. And Judge will reach with an infield single. Would have been a tough play.
It looks like that 3rd time around the lineup he is pitching the Yankee hitters backwards. They'll throw breaking balls, change ups, sliders early and try to get ahead, and then he'll try to sneak those fastballs by you late. Miranda just didn't get down there far enough to pick up that ball. And when you have aggressive hitters, that's what you usually do with aggressive hitters. You'll pitch them backwards. A lot of soft stuff, breaking balls, change ups, and then you finish them off with fastballs. A lot of times starters will do that second, third time around the lineup.
Left center field on the run. Castro, he can't get there. It's over his head and up against the wall. Soto scores. They're sending home Judge. Here's the throw, and Judge scores. It's a 2-run double for Verdugo, and the Yankees lead 5-1.
That looked like a really bad route by Castro on center field. He went directly straight across instead of back and cut that angle off. Look how he goes straight across, and then he has to angle back, and it gets over his head. Nice job by Judge. It's a big man sliding across home plate.
Here's Stanton. So Giancarlo with a home run his last time up. That was his 144th home run as a Yankee, and that ties him with Reggie Jackson for 32nd in franchise history. Check out the exit velocity presented by Spectrum on the Stanton home run. It was 114 off the bat. Traveled 427 feet. Hardest hit home run against the Twins this year. Grounded up the middle. Grabbed there by Farmer. And it's an infield single for Stanton as Verdugo moves to third.
Now that was a weird play as well. Correa cuts right in front of Farmer. It looked like Farmer, watch this play, gets hit up the middle. Correa cuts right in front. I mean, Farmer had to stab at it the last minute, thinking maybe Correa was going to go after it. It's probably Correa's ball. Real tough play for Farmer to try to pick that up and throw Stanton, even though Stanton doesn't run well. He's thinking this might be an easy 6-3, but Correa cut right in front of him.
Pitching coach Pete Mackey comes out, talks with Paddock. Last 4 starts for Paddock. He was 4-0 with a 1.93, and the Yankees already put 10 hits and 5 runs on the board against him, and it's just the 4th inning.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job elevating, getting him to elevate that changeup. They've gone in with a good game plan that third time around the lineup. Seen a lot of off speed early, whether it's that changeup or breaking ball.
Here's Rizzo, first and third. One and 0.
The Yankees will face Pablo Lopez tomorrow, one of the best changeups in the game. This is a good test for them. Paddock also has a really good changeup. They've done well against it.
Yankees are 6 for 10 tonight with runners on base. That'll get it done. Popped up. Santana puts it away, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 2 more runs, 3 hits, and 2 men left. 5-1 Yanks. Well, Jeff, it's time for pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, it's that changeup. I mean, Rodon's had a really good feel with it. Gets a strikeout there on Jeffers, and then another one on Miranda after a 7-pitch battle. The slider might not be there, but that changeup certainly is, and there that is, that circle change. And everybody grips it differently. Usually when you do the circle change, you'll use that first finger and you put it along a seam to get that pull down. And when you're on top of it and you're pulling it down and across, it goes down and away to that lefty, the way Rodon throws it.
Santana pops it up. Cabrera, 1 out. Now, I've been told by several pitchers that the way they throw the circle change is to make the OK sign and then have the ball lean against it.
They do, but a lot of them, like even Rodon, the way he was holding the ball, some guys will throw it. They'll hold it the OK sign, but that first finger is along that seam.
Okay.
Now tomorrow, Pablo Lopez, and a lot of them, they'll try to get that changeup because you want the changeup to come out of the same arm slot and the same speed as a fastball. And that's what makes that changeup so good. And also, you would love to see it about 10 miles an hour off your fastball. Some guys throw it a little harder. Tomorrow, you'll have Pablo Lopez. He'll throw a 2-seam fastball. He also throws the 2-seam circle change, so it all looks so that spin looks the same to a hitter. When you throw a 2-seam fastball, you'll see a large dot on the side of a ball, and that gets that drag in it, and it sinks. Whether you're a righty, it'll sink into a righty or away to a lefty. When you're throwing a 4-seam, it's a smaller dot because you have more seam spinning.
Verdugo right there. Farmer hit the ball well, but Verdugo puts it away for out number 2.
So guys that throw 4-seamers, a lot of them will throw the 4-seam circle change to get it to look like the same pitch.
Here's Christian Vasquez. 0-1. Fly ball down the left field line, but makes a siege foul. Still 0-2. Another foul ball. Making Rodon work. Fly ball. Right center. Judge drifts back in front of the track, puts it away. And Rodon retires the Twins in order. We go to the 5th. Well, big season, more reasons to say yes. Download the Yes app and stream games with a live stat overlay. Play along, win cash prizes, and earn Yes rewards to redeem for gift cards and gear. Download now, and remember that if you get Yes on TV, you can get the Yes app for free. Gleyber Torres leads off here in the 5th. Swings and misses 0-1. Audi scoreboard, Yankees 5-10-0. The Twins won 5-1. 1-1. Glaber's 2 for 2. Yankees played a 3-game set in St. Pete. Yesterday was an off day. Now, usually the way travel to Major League Baseball works is that the team leaves after the game, goes to the next town. But what the Yankees did was they stayed in the Tampa-St. Pete area, and then they flew in yesterday. And the reason they did that, so many of the Yankees have homes in Tampa, so this allowed them to spend the end of Mother's Day with their family and whatnot, and then the team flew in last night.
And I know it was warm here, but it was also 90 degrees in Florida, so pool time until around 4.
You enjoyed that?
I did enjoy that, yes. You don't get a whole lot of pool time. Hard to find pools anyway in New York City.
Well, certainly not in Manhattan.
No, I know.
Strike 3. Torres down looking. Time to play Name That Yankee. This is considered an 8. 942 hits, 134 home runs, 505 ribbies. Played for the Twins from 91 to 93. Yankees from 84 to 89. Wells hits one to right field. Margot is there.
Not many homers, so probably a 4th outfielder, maybe middle infielder.
So he was on one of the championship Twins. I think I have it. I'm going to ask my producer if I have it. I do. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Well, you would have had him and then been in the broadcast booth for him, right? Here in New York?
Did I broadcast his games?
Yeah.
No.
88, 89? When did you start?
92.
92. But as a reporter, you
Covered him as a writer, yes. Two and 2 on Oswaldo. Had a sac fly in the second, popped to short in the 4th. The 2-2. Line drive, base hit. Past a lunging Farmer. Margot will get the ball in. So a base hit for Cabrera with 2 outs, and back to the top of the lineup, and Anthony Volpe.
Well, nice at bat. Paddock has really lost his fastball. He's throwing a lot of off speed, and this is one of the only fastballs that he's thrown in this inning, and the only one that he threw to Cabrera. And he smokes it just past the diving Farmer into right field for a 2-out hit.
Here's Volpe, 1 for 3. And he bunts down the third baseline. Miranda, bare hands, fires, not in time. He saw Miranda playing deep. He said, I'll take the hit. And a bunt single for Volpe.
Great idea, because Look who's coming up behind you. You have Soto and Judge. There's Miranda playing a deep third base, and even with a great bare hand play right there, you're not going to get Volpe. Outstanding bunt. Nice job bare-handing the ball, but wrong guy to do it on.
2 hits for Anthony. That brings up Soto. Soto 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Paddock deals. Change up for a strike.
Well, you go down with the ball, you don't stab at it, and there you go. Good pitch to do it on when Paddock's not overpowering. A lot of off speed, a lot of junk.
I remember growing up watching Yankee baseball on Pix 11, and Rizzuto used to always say, make believe you're catching the ball with the bat. As you said, don't jab at it. Just make believe there's a little glove on the bat. And that's the perfect kind of bunt. Ground ball to second. Farmer gets Soto. And that'll do it. No runs, 2 hits. 2 men left. We're halfway through. Yankees up by 4. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet 365. Well, these two teams, they have a history in the playoffs, and of late, the Yankees have certainly dominated, although the Twins did finally win the season series last year. But the numbers are just stark. Since 2002, the Yankees have won 117 games, and the Twins have won 44.
Yeah, I was part of those, and it was amazing how the Twins, whether it was at the Metrodome or at Yankee Stadium, and how you had their number, and they knew it before the game even started.
But the weirdest part, Jeff, is that some of those Twins teams were pretty good, and they still couldn't beat the Yankees.
It was at new Yankee Stadium, and that was before the challenge. I remember that's when the Twins with Joe Mauer, when they had some of the really good Twins teams, and I thought, okay, maybe if any chance the Twins have, it's with this team now. There was a couple crucial calls during that series that went the Yankees' way, and it just seemed like, okay, the Twins will never beat the Yankees in the playoffs. In Minnesota, they produced a lot of good big league talent.
Joe Mauer.
Yeah. Jack Morris, Paul Molitor. Saw Paul Molitor today. Dave Winfield.
Not too bad when you consider they certainly can't play all year.
Right.
Center field, Judge retires Martin. Paul Molitor.
Oh, he was fun. Tough hitter too.
I remember something that Buck Showalter once told me. He said, if I wanted to teach a kid to hit, I would show him Paul Molitor.
Right.
He said there are no moving parts.
No, he didn't really. He didn't step. He didn't. Very, very quick hands. Very tough to beat inside.
One and one.
He could run too.
One and two on Jeffers. And another swing and a miss on the slider. So Jeffers down on strikes for the second time. Speaking of Molitor, his 3,000th hit was a triple in the home of triples, Kauffman Stadium. Pretty nice way to get 3,000.
Yeah, no stride. He barely picked up that front foot and just really quick, fast hands. Probably should have been caught out there by the Royals outfield. I mean, what are they doing?
Oh, you're throwing shade at this 3008. 1-1. Correa 1 for 2. Two and one. Backdoor slider in there for strike. 2-2.
Yeah, he's starting to find this pitch the last couple innings. One of the few that he's thrown for strikes, a lot of them in the dirt, but it's been that sharp slider that we've seen in the past.
He did not go, according to Jansen Visconti. And the payoff. Foul back. 97. Rodana's retired the last 7 Twins. Make it 8. As Verdugo catches that line drive for the final out, much to the delight of Carlos Rodon. We go to the well, thank you, Chris. Back here in Minneapolis, the Yankees lead the Twins by a score of 5-1. New pitcher for the Twins is Jay Jackson. So Paddock gives them 5. Not his usual self, certainly not of late. We told you last 4 starts, 4-0, 1.93. Montefiore Einstein 5-1. Yankees over the Twins as we start in the 6th with Aaron Judge. Now there's a history between these two. This is the guy who was on the mound when Judge was peaking, or they thought he was peaking toward first base. If you don't remember, here it is. Well, wherever he peaked, it worked.
Jackson was peeking over his right shoulder up in the top deck in center field after that one.
Signed with the Twins in February for a $1.5 million deal. 36 years old, 6 major league season.
Well, Vasquez didn't stand up on that ball and have to go back down and get it. It looked like it caught the bottom of the strike zone. And back a while ago, guys, you know, first base coaches used to give location away. They used to give pitches. If catchers you know, when they didn't have pitch comm, when they did the old school signs, if they had their legs spread too far apart, coaches could see that. They could see what they were throwing, and sometimes they'd put their hands out in front of their knees and give out signs then, and the coaches would pick it up and say, hey, I see what this guy's calling. And when there's nobody on, they could move back and forth in the box, in that coach's box. You had to figure out how to stop that. It's just gamesmanship.
Swing and a miss. Jeff, I always felt like that. If you could steal something with your eyes and then you can relay with, you know, a hand signal, so what? The other team has to do a better job. Now, when there are electronics involved or trash cans, that's a different story.
Yes.
But, you know, if he's peeking at first base to get location from the first base coach, you know what? Disguise better.
Right, exactly. I agree.
I mean, in Toronto, I mean, I was doing that series. It was like high-tech espionage, like he had done something terribly wrong.
Yeah, and then who knows now, like you said, with electronics or you know, it's harder for the hitters to pick up location, or even the bench coaches or coaches on the bases to be able to pick up that. But right, do a better job. I mean, they're used to be taken care of different ways. I remember it was the Indians would, I mean, the Braves would used to do it a lot. Pat Corrales was the first base coach for the Braves, and Tino Martinez went over to him and said, listen, if you move again, one of your hitters, you're going to get the back of their jerseys dirty. And that's
really?
how you stop it. Yeah, I mean, when you see it, because a first baseman or a third baseman can see if the coaches are moving up and, you know, back and forth on location. I mean, either the pitcher does it himself and, you know, you get to be effectively wild, or you have someone like Tino say, hey, listen, stand still, or somebody's going to get one.
I mean, all you have to do is have them give the wrong sign, like say that the pitch is going to be inside, or if pitch is going to be outside, and then they dive over and it comes inside. Then it stops.
Then it stops.
It stops immediately.
And that used to happen a lot at second base. You know, a lot of times pitchers would want the catchers to move early, and the runner at second base would give it away, whichever, you know, they would lead with a certain leg, or they would look a certain way just to give location, and you just have to miss every once in a while, and then that stops.
Yeah, if you're at second and you put your hand on your right knee as you're leading, then if there's a righty batter up, it's coming inside.
Right.
The other hand, it would be coming outside.
The pitcher just would miss every once in a while, and then that would stop the location.
Soft ground ball, second base. Farmer gets Verdugo. 2 outs. Thursday afternoon on Yes, the Bombers wrap up this 3-game set with the Twins here at Target Field. Coverage begins at 12:30 with the pregame, then first pitch scheduled for shortly after 1. Now, if you get Yes on TV, you get the Yes app for free. Remember, everybody, tomorrow's game is on Prime, and you can get postgame coverage on Yes after the final out. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. One and one.
There's that home run in the third. It was an absolute missile. The changeup that stayed up. Yankees did a real good job. That was number 9 on the year. Real good job tonight with that changeup, making Paddock elevate it. 12 hits against Paddock today.
Soft ground ball to first. Santana flips to Jay Jackson, and Jackson retires the Yankees in order as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
And then he started finding his slider. There's that good changeup down and away, locks up on the inside corner. 94, about 6 punch outs. The 1 run, that was just in the first inning. The very first hitter, Jeffers. No walks. Outstanding job. Retired the last 8.
It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Twins order. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard, 5-12-0 for the Yanks, 1-5-1 for the Twins. Bottom of the 6th inning. First game of this 3-game set. He and Wells are in a good rhythm. They seem like they're thinking alike, and a lot of different pitch sequences, not falling into any traps, keeping the Twins guessing. Nice play on the glove side by Torres. 9 in a row retired by Rodon.
Now Rodon's become a 3-pitch pitcher these last few innings. It looked like he struggled early to get his slider under control. Couldn't find it. A lot of pitches down in the dirt. Good changeup early. Over these last 3 innings, ever since last couple hitters in the 3rd, he's starting to find that slider again.
Miranda fouls it off. What's really startling about the start to this Yankee season is that coming into this game, the ERA of the starters 3.35, 7th in baseball. That's without the reigning Cy Young Award winner. Plugging in a kid, Luis Gil. They've all done their job. They've kept the Yankees in a good place, and you know, if and when they get back Garrett Cole, even better.
Well, this is what you went out and got Rodon for. I mean, last year, he's the type of guy, to me, he probably was pitching hurt, you know, giving him everything he could. It just didn't work out. This year, he seems a lot healthier.
Center field, Judge.
Yeah,
2 outs.
Yadstrom and, you know, Clark Schmidt, his last outing, he proved to himself that he can go past 6. He's really pitched well. Cortez there, he's pitching like 2022 when he was an all-star.
Stroman gets to start tomorrow. The game on Prime.
And Heel, he might have the best stuff out of all of them. He tried to come up with a better slider. His slider is his 3rd best pitch, and sometimes it just spins up there. But that fastball changeup.
This will probably be Rodon's last batter. Volpe. Well, if it is, Rodon finishes strong, retiring the last 11 Twins in a row. We go to the 7th. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, May 17th when the Yankees take on the White Sox. It's Yankees hockey jersey night. First 18,000 guests in attendance are going to receive a Yankees hockey jersey courtesy of StubHub. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Well, that'll do it for Carlos Rodon, receiving congratulations in the Yankee dugout for strong 6 innings. Started off a little sketchy with giving up the home run to Jeffers, but boy, did he settle down after that. And retired the last 11 in a row.
Yeah, he did a great job. And a lot of pitches per at bat early in those first couple innings. I mean, there for a while, I think he had 60 pitches after 3, and then he just started settling down. He started finding the slider, became a 3-pitch pitcher. Started cruising after that. Nice job. Last 4 to 5 starts, 6+ innings.
Deep drive, right field, foul. Take a look at the StatCast 3D by Google Cloud on Rodon's strikeouts today.
Yeah, there's that slider he started finding late. A couple real good change-ups. When he gets the ball going both ways, the slider in, the change-up away to righties, can have a lot of success with those pitches.
Grounded up the middle. Right there is Correa. He retires Rizzo. Check out and follow Yes Network on TikTok for more content.
You know, another outing that he's really not thrown his cutter. He didn't throw it at all today. Probably hasn't scrapped it, but this is the first year that he's gone to that pitch, and you know, sometimes you just don't get a good feel for it. And if you can throw the 3 pitches that he did today, the changeup, the slider, the fastball, you really don't need that cutter.
Because you're getting the same action to a right-hander if you throw the slider down and in.
Yeah, it's just a big, I mean, the cutter's a pitch is going to be up in the zone a little bit more, and you want it in on the hands, but it's such a feel pitch, and you really have to get extended out there to throw it. Sometimes you lose the effectiveness of maybe your fastball. And I like when he goes both ways. When he's going change up one way and he has 2 pitches that's moving in different directions.
One and 2 on Glaber. Glaber's 2 for 3 tonight. Two and 2. So from 0-2 to full. And the 3-2. Lined into center field. Castro. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Wells. Austin's 1 for 3. Started the day hitting 200, so he's gained 6 points with his 1 for 3. Popped up, shallow left center. Who's going to get it? The left fielder, Martin. And the Yankees go down in order for the 2nd straight inning against Jay Jackson. Time for... .512-0 for the Yankees, 1-5-1 for the Twins. Rodon has gone 6, and he's coming out the pitch. At least the first batter in the 7th, Giancarlo Stanton. 9th home run. Paddock got hit hard. Ryan Jeffers a home run. First batter that Rodon faced. After that, well, it was all good. Surprised that Rodon's coming out?
Very. And 98 pitches. And you look at Aaron Boone, and hey, Nestor Cortez is in on the conversation. Maybe he told him, hey, you got first couple hitters, maybe the first hitter. He's only thrown, well, he's thrown 98. The most he's thrown this year is 101.
Well, the Twins have lefties that they will unleash when the Yankees bring in Hamilton. Max Kepler. You see the rest.
And Santana is also actually better from the right side than he is the left. Hitting under 200 from the left side.
0 for 2 against Rodon. There's a strike. Lined into left field. It's a base hit for Santana. So he just wanted him to get that one batter. As Boone will go to the bullpen. That will do it for Rodon. He had retired 11 in a row before that single. A good outing for the Yankee lefty. So Rodon becomes a spectator. He leaves a runner on first base, nobody out in the seventh. Turns it over to Ian Hamilton. Ian Hamilton's 18th game. You see the numbers. And first off the bench is Edward Julian to pinch hit for Farmer.
You know, it's tough for a pitcher like Rodon. He goes into the dugout after 6. And then you have Aaron Boone come up and say, hey, can you just give me the one hitter, and go out and try to concentrate on getting that one hitter instead of maybe, hey, just give me the whole inning, or not even saying anything at all. I'm a little surprised he went out there with the 98 pitches.
And there's a base hit. Pinch hit single.
This is that Slambio down and just stayed out over. It was a cement mixer. Really didn't have that good break down and in. Stayed out over the middle of the plate.
And that'll bring up Vasquez. And a strike from Hamilton.
This is where you'd love to see a double play here. It's a double play candidate. Vasquez does not run well.
So ahead 0-2. Fly ball right field. Soto will put it away. One down. Yankee pen, which has been so great for most of the year, has allowed 9 earned runs in the last 2 games over 5 2/3 innings. They'd allowed 5 earned runs in the previous 17 games.
They went from the best ERA in baseball to second. I think Cleveland might have the best ERA now.
Max Kepler is going to pinch hit for Austin Martin. Dangerous lefty bat. And Matt Blake wants to talk it over with Ian Hamilton.
You got to know when a pinch hitter comes in and you have runners on base, they're looking for one thing, and that's fastball early. If you're going to throw them a fastball, you better locate it down and away, if not maybe backdoor slider. You know Kepler's going to be aggressive here.
First and second, 1 out. Kepler at the plate, pinch hitting for Martin. And a strike. Kepler has a 14-game hitting streak. 20 for 48. Skied the other way and out of play. Tough way to continue a streak with a pinch hitting appearance. 1-2. Just got a piece to stay alive.
You wonder right here if Wells is coming out and talking to him. There's 2 sliders down in the dirt. That reaction to that first pitch for Kepler at 96 upstairs. I wonder if he's going to try to change the eye level here. Maybe pop a fastball upstairs and in. Make sure it's in.
Foul ball. Right up against the fence in front of the Twins dugout as the Twins scattered. Santana on second. Julian is on first. High foul ball. In the seats. Strike 3. Kepler down looking.
Well, that's a good pitch. He seen your slider really well. That was like 3 or 4 in a row, and then you pump a 4-seamer on the inner half. A good idea right there to go back to that fastball.
And there's a strike to Jeffers. Bottom of the 7th, the Yankees up by 4. Oh, 2. Jeffers 1 for 3, the home run in the first, and 2 strikeouts against Rodon. Both swinging. And now a strikeout against Hamilton as he gets out of a jam. Rodon's line is complete. A good job by Hamilton as the Twins have 2. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Obviously, the cam was on Carlos Rodon starting off, and you always can't take your eyes off of that guy. Juan Soto with the shuffle. Big double. Driving 2 for Verdugo, and then the 9th home run of the year. Another bullet off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. All on the T-Mobile coverage cam. Margot moves from right to left. Kepler stays in, plays right. Julian stays in, and he is at second. And Steven Okert is the new pitcher. And there's a strike.
Okert, a lot of sliders. He's got a fastball about 92 to 93. Throws his slider a lot.
Twins got him from the Marlins for Nick Gordon in February. Hyundai scoreboard 5-1 Yankees over the Twins. Lined into center field, and that's going to dunk in for base hit. Second hit for Cabrera in 3 at-bats, go along with a sac fly. Here's Anthony Volpe. Tries another bunt. This one a push. They'll get the force at second. No return.
And just too hard. It was a fastball up and in. Volpe tried to deaden it a little bit down the first baseline. Because Okert from the left side, he falls off to the third base side of the infield. So if you deaden that bunt down, you might have gotten another base hit. That was just a fastball up.
Here's Soto. And that one gets away from Vasquez. And Volpe goes to second, makes a big turn, but he'll stay right there.
Now this is just a crossfire four-seam fastball off of Vasquez's glove, and he goes down on that one knee, and looks like that glove got caught up in that left foot, and he wasn't able to make the catch.
They scored a wild pitch. Now, Okert got on the path to the big leagues because he studied a former teammate of yours, Jeff. He struggled at Grayson County College, and the coach showed him a video of Randy Johnson.
Really?
Yep. Now, Okert said he's 6'10", throws 100, so he's a little different, but he showed me his arm angle, where he is on the rubber, and how hard it is for a lefty to see the ball coming from behind his back and sweeping across. Runner goes, fouled away. So he used to be over the top, and then started to throw 3/4. Eventually transferred to Oklahoma and got drafted.
Oh, he's got the mullet like Randy Johnson, the long hair. He has a really good slider, good fastball if he bores it in. He's about maybe 8 miles an hour short of what Randy Johnson threw.
Grounded to short. Volpe advances to third. You have a good relationship with Randy Johnson?
Yeah, he's great. And he's a big photographer now.
But you got along great with John Flaherty over the weekend, and John and Randy didn't really mesh.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be, you know, I was friends with everyone. Those guys, they just didn't like each other.
Right, right.
Randy was a tough guy to know. When I first got to the big leagues, he was a tough guy to get to be friends with. Him and Jay Buhner, they were really tough guys to, I guess, to be welcomed or you know, feel a part of the team. And once you got in with them, it was all set.
Judge gets intentionally walked as they prefer to have the lefty go up against the lefty Verdugo.
Randy had a big exhibition in the Hall of Fame. A lot of his pictures from Africa and, you know, on his safaris.
Tell you, a lot of people in the media didn't get along with him in the years he was at the Yankees. I got along with him great. I thought he was terrific.
Well, at 6'10", he was very intimidating, and you know, he wasn't an outgoing guy then. You know, you really couldn't gauge his personality. I always was really good friends with him.
Fly ball into left center. On the run is Margot, and Okert works into and out of trouble. Time for the answer to Name That Yankee. Here's the clue. Do you know, Jeff?
No, I don't.
It is Mike Pagliarulo, I believe. Pags. He and Mattingly were so tight. Played third base for the Yankees.
They played in the minor leagues together, didn't
Yeah, they were very close. Hyundai scoreboard, bottom of the 8th inning. Correa with a sky-high pop-up. Left side of the infield. Volpe is there. Puts it away. September 18th, 1985. This is in Detroit. They have a lefty on the mound. And you see, Pax, who was a lefty batter, batted right. Billy Martin was the manager, and he asked Pagliarulo, he goes, you ever switch hit? He said, no. He said, go up there and bat right-handed.
And now's the time to do it.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
Now, he was a switch hitter when he first joined the organization. He stopped doing that in 1981, but he tried it there and took a called third strike.
Now you know why he stopped.
Yeah. He had pretty good power from the left side. Was a good third baseman, too. And was part of the Twins' 1991 championship team.
Good hard-nosed player. I remember watching him.
Victor Gonzalez warming for the Yanks. Hamilton in the 2nd inning of work. Came on in the 7th in relief of Rodon. 1-2. Ground ball. Glaber on the short hop. This is the lineup for that game against the Tigers. There's a lot of offense there, if you will. Henderson, Griffey, Mattingly, Winfield. Passy can hit from behind the plate. Don Baylor. And then good old Rex Hudler.
Rex Hudler was part of that team.
That team won 97 games.
That's
A lot
incredible.
of people forget that. The Yankees in the 80s won more games than any other team. But there was no wild card then. Miranda with a fly ball to Soto. 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton. We go to the 9th inning. 5-1 Yanks. Well, fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Chris Sheeran and Jack Curry will have highlights and analysis. Justin Shackle gets player interviews in the clubhouse. We'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. All coming up next on Yes and the Yes app. Yankees trying to get their 28th win here in the Twin Cities. 5-13-0, leading 1-7-1. First game of a 3-game set. Twins came into the game having won 17 of their last 20 games. New pitcher for the Twins, Josh Stallmont. And there's a strike.
Stallmont features a 93 to 94 mile-an-hour fastball, and again another guy with a lot of sliders.
Called up from AAA last Wednesday, missed the first 3 weeks of the season with a left calf strain. One and two. Last July, he had that dreaded surgery. It's hard to come back from thoracic outlet syndrome. Noah Syndergaard had that surgery and really never came back to the form that he had. I think Matt Harvey did too.
Yeah, I don't know too many pitchers, if any, have come back and had success.
Swing and a miss on the slider. Stanton down on strikes.
It seemed like once they had that surgery, their velocity just decreased a lot. I mean, Syndergaard went from throwing upper 90s to about 91, 92. Even Harvey the same way.
There's Anthony Rizzo with one out in the ninth. And a strike, 1-1. One-two on Rizzo. Rizzo singled the other way in the second, came around to score, then struck out, fouled out the first, and grounded to short. When he broke in with Kansas City, threw a high 90 to 100-mile-an-hour fastball and had a big curve. He actually got up to 102 on a pitch. And that was as recently as 2022. Former second-round pick in 2015 by the Royals out of Azusa Pacific University. He's from La Habra, California.
And when do you have that outlet surgery?
Last July.
Well, another guy lost a lot of miles an hour off the fastball.
Seems like the only surgery that really has a great chance of getting back to what you were is Tommy John. The other stuff seems like it's a crapshoot. Santana steps on the bag to get Rizzo. That's why when they do any kind of shoulder surgery, you get nervous.
Yeah, shoulders are tough to come back from. It always seems like you have to go back in, whether it's they tighten it up too much, and you just don't see guys coming back from that. Now they're having double Tommy Johns. Now they have that internal brace surgery that it's like a tape that goes across the nerve to keep it in place, maybe so you don't have a second Tommy John. Like they'll repair the nerve, and it's like a surgical tape that they put over to keep the nerve in place or to keep it from tearing again.
And you get back quicker than you do with Tommy John. Gleyber Torres pops it up. Correa makes the play. Yankees go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Yankees leading this one by 4.
The Twins bullpen didn't get up very high. It was just a line shot.
Clay Holmes will come on. This is not a save situation. And the first batter he will face is Alex Kirilloff, pinch hitting